Well, we're down to the sample Sunday. This is my third whiskey out of four for tonight. This one goes up on Sunday because it's a sample, and I saved the Friday whiskey for last because it's a higher proof than this Little Book Chapter 5 Invitation. This is a 2021 release. It's bottled at 58.4% alcohol by volume. That would be, for those south of the border, 116.8 proof. Now, there's a bunch of stuff here that I'm going to read about it because I don't know much about it. I know it's from Jim Beam Distillery. That's about all. It says here, Little Book is an ongoing annual release curated by Freddie No, 8th generation Beam family member and son of current Beam master distiller Fred No. This year's edition, Chapter 5, now we're talking 2021, so a couple of years ago, has been titled The Invitation. Chapter 5 is a unique blend of whiskeys: 2-year-old Kentucky Straight Bourbon, 3-year-old Kentucky Straight Rye Malt Whiskey. Straight Rye Malt Whiskey? Okay. 5-year-old Kentucky Straight Bourbon and 15-year-old Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. The blend is bottled uncut at 116.8 proof and is available nationwide. Now we're talking in the United States. You can read more about this year's edition in the company's press release. I'm not going to go there. There's a nose and a palate and a finish, and there's more about uniqueness. And I'm going to, this is from Breaking Bourbon. It's an online review, I guess, called Breaking Bourbon. Anyway, I just did a quick Google search to do some research on it, find out what it was about this stuff. This was sent to me by Mike Menert in the north of Ontario, and he sends them in mason jars. So this is quite a sample, quite a big sample. There's going to be enough here, I think. Ugh. And it's tight fit. There's going to be enough here to contribute to my infinity bottle, I think. Let's see how much is left after I pour a dram. Oh yeah, there's a dram. And because of these mason jars, it's a little awkward, a little bit of an awkward pour. But this is going to go into my infinity. And here's my infinity. All right, let's get this in there. All right. And let's pour a dram again. Wow. Yeah, okay. Should I leave any behind? I don't think so. There we go. Let's have the last of it in there. That's one dead mason jar. Okay, so here we have Little Book, Chapter 5, blech. Blooper alert. Chapter 5, The Invitation, from Little Book, Jim Beam Distillery. Yeah, got some spilled on the bottom of my glass. There we go. Yes, you can get a fair amount of whiskey into a mason jar, but pouring it, yeah, I know, Mike Menard included a funnel. I could have used a funnel, but it's in the other room. And I'm getting lazy now. I've had 2 drams already. I had a bourbon. It was a Woodford. And then I had some Angel's Envy finished rye. Rye finished in rum cask. And it was amazing. This one is nice on the nose. What am I getting here? I'm not getting... I'm getting some nuttiness. Nuttiness is a typical Jim Beam note. Yeah, definitely nuttiness. Now, could the nuttiness be coming from the peanuts I had to eat just before? Or is it coming from this? I'm not usually the biggest fan of Jim Beam products. For some reason, they usually miss for me. Yeah, there's that nuttiness. Getting a little bit of rye spice. Tiny bit of dill. This one's not. Okay, corn sweetness everywhere. Not getting the caramel or vanilla so much as I'm getting a bit of a mushroom fungal note. Why am I getting a fungal note? I have no idea. But this is what I'm smelling. Okay, well, the last thing I had was the Angel's Envy Rye. Cleansed my palate from that one, as it was intense and delicious. Okay, I'm going to taste this. Oh. There's something very sweet on the finish. Very sweet. Yeah. That was just the first sip. I'm going to have to come back and do some more. You know what? This might need a bit of water. As it is 58.4%. Maybe the water will help it a little bit. Okay. Okay. With the water, I'm getting some more rye spice. I'd argue also a bit of a minty note. which wasn't quite there before. It's still somewhat nutty. Some more dill. Maybe a bit of barrel char. Bit of a smoky barrel char, but it's really, really subtle. I've had fuller flavored bourbons before. This one is a little bit flat, a little bit sweet. I hope the water didn't ruin it, because it should be able to take it at 58.4%. Okay, sweet. And then some rye, spice, vanilla, dill, and then there's a little bit of a bite from the alcohol. It might need more water. Let's try it again. Alcohol forward with some dill. I'm going to add some more water. Get rid of that heat from the alcohol forwardness. Now, vanilla and dill. Vanilla and dill. Hopefully I've gotten rid of some of that hot alcohol note. This is surprisingly dry. Very dry. A little bit of sweetness from the corn. Quite dry, astringent. I'm not getting so much rye spice anymore. It's just drying. It's very astringent. Powerful stuff. Yet I've added quite a bit of water to it. Now, a little bit of golden sugar. Stuff they used to call cassonade back east, back in Montreal, where I grew up. Still astringent on the mouth. My cheeks, the sides of the mouth, are really dry. There's that characteristic Jim Beam nuttiness again, with a little bit of rye spice and a little bit of corn sweetness. I mean, it'll do, but I'm glad I didn't buy a bottle of this. I don't think it's worth the price. The price was about what, 130? What does it say? What does it say here? How much was it at the LCBO? I don't think it was easy. Little Book Chapter 5 LCBO. Oh, wait a second here. Chapter 5 LCBO. It says here, okay. Get this page to come up. Come on up. It's being slow because we're running iMovie. Here we go. Welcome to, in English, yes, okay. Little Book Chapter 5. $199.95, so $200. $200 for this 750 ml bottle. You know what? I believe it's not worth it. I'm glad I never wasted my money on this. Sorry, Mike. I appreciate the opportunity to taste this, but it's not something that would float my boat exactly. Cheers anyway.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.